Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Welcome back, friends.
What up, fam?
Guys, you ready for my what's in your China?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I didn't have time to do it first, so I have my wine glass with the little bedazzles on it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pop open this bottle of wine that I bought for Christmas that we never opened.
Firstborn.
It's called Firstborn. I thought that was clever for Christmas, but I had to explain the joke, like Jesus.
I thought you meant like you bought it when your first child was born and you never opened it.
Oh no! I bought it for Christmas. Christmas,
Okay.
like this past year. And I thought it was funny that it was called Firstborn. And I'm the firstborn, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. Actually, I should also take this sweatshirt off because if I get red wine on this, I will cry.
Good
So,
choice. Stripping on camera. Woohoo.
okay.
Oh man, I wish I had wine.
You have wine in your house?
I do, but I have a tea tonight.
Oh, okay.
My coaster got stuck to it. In my Manhattan West cup. It's kind of like one of those like canteen tinny ones.
What is Manhattan West?
So that's like my office like complex, like the building. Like I work in one Manhattan
Yo, this
West. And
knife on this wine case sucks.
before Christmas, they had like a hot cocoa event and they were like giving out these mugs.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I guess I'm repping my office building.
Yo, I'm looking like a real amateur at the moment because this wine key just sabotaged my life and didn't cut through this tin.
I get one of those ones you just like squeeze around it.
I just stabbed myself with the knife.
I saw that. She's doing great, guys. She's doing great.
I need
And you got a
this.
manual corkscrew? See, I don't have time for that. Electronic all the way.
I have an electronic one, but getting out the electronic one, I literally can have it the time it takes for me to get the box and everything. Oh, gorgeous sound.
Love it.
Okay.
What kind of wine is that?
It's a great question. I don't even know if I like it. Is that going to stop me from pouring a full glass? Absolutely not.
You're also like, you're not letting it breathe also.
Cab.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not a snob. You want me to get the fucking decanter out?
Me saying like you're not letting it breathe when all the other times on the podcast I've had wine, it's come out of a box.
Right. Okay. It says from the ancient vines grown in the sandy clay loams of California
Ooh.
comes Firstborn Cabernet Sauvignon. This select edition, is dedicated to Anthony, Jules, and Charlie, the firstborn children of the family.
There's only one firstborn. There's no such thing as firstborn children. That is
No, I think there's three owners probably with three separate firstborn children, you dumbass.
Like, that's just not fair.
Okay, it says that this wine presents deep, opulent purple hue, offering delicate aromas of blackcurrant, figs, pear, and licorice on the nose. The palate boasts a full body character with subtle acidity and seamless fusion of dark fruit, fig, and blackcurrant notes. I don't know if I'm going to like this. The finish is notably lengthy and generous, featuring velvety tannins. I really should have read this, not picked it up for the name.
No, I'm sure if you didn't read it and you drank it, you're like, it's good. Now you're overthinking it. Take a sip.
I'm going to try it.
Do the little taste test. Look at the legs. How's the legs?
The legs are actually it's pretty fast, honestly.
Okay. That's the tannins.
Oh, they're not that bad. The tannins. I usually don't like.
Review for firstborn wine. Oh, not that bad.
No, I meant the tannins aren't that bad. It's fruity. It's fruity.
Is it a lengthy finish?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the taste is lingering, but
that's a lengthy
I'm not
finish.
good with even though I took the wine class, I'm not good at the whole I taste notes of this and that and the other thing. It's either good or it sucks. But
like to think
when
that
something says it's tannin forward, I'm expecting my tongue to be like super dry. That did not happen. So that's
Okay.
what I mean by.
Is that from Napa Valley?
Does not say.
Said somewhere in California.
It is a 13.9 alcohol by volume. Handcrafted from the ancient soils of California. It doesn't say.
There's usually an address for the winery on the label somewhere. No?
Yeah, there is not. Bottled by Firstborn Cellars in Mattituck, New York. This is contradictory. Are they lying to us?
I guess maybe they only get to do the grapes. Maybe they grow the grapes in California or they bring the soil from California to New York.
Or that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
That was a very long segment. That was like a cold open of wine.
That was a cold open of wine.
And by the way, my ShopRite branded black tea has notes of.
You don't even have Bigelow. You should get Bigelow since it's
good old ShopRite, baby. Not even
Howie Rose is Bigelow tea.
Not even Bowl and Basket, just straight up ShopRite. Which means I don't know how long ago I got this tea, but tea doesn't go bad. It's fine.
This glass of wine is like literally 1 week too late because this was supposed to be my ridiculous thing last week, but then we didn't get a chance to record. Last Tuesday, I literally had the worst day of my entire life. My child,
she put in the note worst day of my entire life, and my thought was, I feel like every week Jess has the worst day of her entire life, so I'm curious what this was this time. Go ahead.
You know what it was. I called you having a menti bee midday.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, I decide that, I went to go get Duncan after I dropped off Addie at school because, again, I don't have a drive-through Starbucks. So, like, if I'm going, I have to go to the drive-through of Duncan, which is unfortunate. I know, but it's the only coffee drive-through other than Tim Hortons, and that tastes even watery than, I don't even know if that's a word, than Duncan. So, go to Duncan. One, it's so icy out. Slid through a stop sign. The ice was out of control, right? Okay, so that was like, thank God nobody else was like on the road, whatever. So I go and I get my coffee. Also, had to extend the school day that day because my job was like, we need to have a meeting from 1 to 2. I'm like, I can't do that. Addie has a dentist appointment at 2. I've been waiting 3 weeks for this dentist appointment, and I can't miss it because I need it for the school registration, right? So I get back home and I'm drinking my coffee, whatever. The baby wakes up. I have her on my lap. She decides to hit my coffee cup, spill it on my laptop, my work laptop. So now I panic and I'm cleaning out the keys and like whatever, and I think I'm okay. Yeah, no, not even 10 minutes later, and my computer is freaking out. Cool. Okay, so I call our IT, like, that we outsource, and they're like, yeah, do not use that. Put a paper towel in between the screen, flip it upside down, stop using it, call the office, and we have an extra laptop here. Just make sure we can give it to you. So now I have to call into the office and say my 6-month-old spilled my coffee on my laptop. Like, I'm mortified.
Dog ate my homework, like classic.
Right, like classic. So I call, right? Now, the meeting that was supposed to be from 1 to 2, I propositioned new times. Did any of those times get chosen? No. We're going to have the meeting from 11:30 to 12:30, but my child normally gets out of school at 12, so I have to extend her day to 12:30 now, okay? So what happens? I have to go to the IT, like, office. Thank God the office is closer to my house.
You don't have, like, Teams on your phone? You could have just joined from your phone?
Well, wait. So now I'm trying to I have to go pick up the laptop. So I'm like, I'm going to, bring my old laptop back, pick up the new laptop. So now I get there. It's not done being set up. So now I'm on Teams on my phone which I got a new phone. So now Teams isn't working on my phone. So I have to re-download Teams. So now I go to the play. I set up the Teams, whatever. Now I'm like 5 minutes late to this meeting. Okay, whatever. I'm doing the whole meeting and the thing. Now I have to go and like pick up my kid early. While this is happening, the note that I had my temporary password for, because when I got a new phone, it logged me out of Instagram and Facebook. So I went 5 days without Instagram. My Facebook, I could still only use on my computer, right? But it needs to know that the computer, it belongs to me, because apparently trying to get back into your Facebook is like trying to get into the nuclear codes. I'm not really sure what's going on there. So still to this day, cannot change my password because it says I haven't been using this device long enough to know that it's me. Okay. So every day I have to log into Facebook so that it knows. Anyway, reset my password for the school, my old school email. Thank God it was just like a mess, because thank God I remembered my student ID this time, because that made me able to reset the password, which I couldn't do. Didn't have to call the help desk again. So now I do all this and I still can't get Facebook on my phone. I finally got Instagram back on my phone. And yeah, it was just like a very, very stressful day. I feel like 300 more things happened, but I can't even remember what they were now because it's like a week later. But that was the gist of my morning. And I was just over it. Oh. We didn't even wind up going to the dentist. Why, you ask? Because insurance used to cover out of network for the dental also, the same that they covered in network. Yeah, apparently they don't do that for the children's plan part of the plan. So it was going to cost me $400 to bring my kid to the dentist. So we canceled that appointment right away. Yeah, it was going to cost $400 for the first initial cleaning, x-rays, the whole shebang. So we didn't go there, obviously.
Right. Damn.
So it was cool. I moved this meeting for no reason now, because it was a day from hell. And I was by the end of it, I was I just need a drink. I need a drink. So here's my drink.
Yay. A week later. Yeah, I remember that week well, because the moment you started talking about the FDU help desk, I was like, we're in for it here. When you got to contact your college's help desk and you haven't been in that college in over a decade, that's when you know you're in trouble. Because
it was literally and now it keeps defaulting. When I want to invite you to this, it defaults to my Gmail is defaulting to the FDU school account.
That's
I don't know why it's doing that.
And I clear my cookies and it still doesn't get rid of it.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, so, I remember that. Yeah, I just tried to do that when I tried to go into the Google Drive before this to look at the episodes.
But I do now have the nice green new iPhone 17.
See, why does the phones now go back to 2 cameras again? What, we all, the 3 cameras was the new thing, and now all of a sudden you're back on the 2 cameras again? What's going on here?
Well, I had a 15 that had 2 cameras. The Pro has 3.
Oh, that's the regular 17?
Yeah, but both.
Oh, okay.
Both the girl at T-Mobile and the guy at Apple told me that the 17 is better than the 17 Pro, so I went with the 17.
Oh, okay.
Also, though, why can't you make the guy in the Apple store was probably why the fuck did I get stuck with this girl today? Because I was why don't they make the same colors for the Pro and the 17? It's not fair that you have to choose based on the color that you want. That's really annoying. He's
wait, is your case green or is that your phone?
No, I get a clear case because I'm if I'm getting a case, why would
obviously Jess is getting green. Obviously.
If it wasn't I don't know. I like clear cases. It's a weird thing that I have. I also complained about this stupid thing because there's I hate this. I hate this magnetic charging circle. Yeah. It drives me nuts. It's so unaesthetically pleasing. But I was saying to the guy,
everybody has it now though.
I'm so those cases. He's well, you could get the green one. I was why would I get a green case for the green phone? I'm getting the phone because I like the color. He's that's a great point. I was right. So I want the clear case, but I don't understand if they could not put that circle on the green case. Why do they have to put it on the clear one? Let me know. He was like, "You're not wrong." No, he was laughing at me. He was really like feeding my ego by laughing at me, but
It was
I
probably one
was
of those
just
nervous laughs, like one thing is going to set this woman off. I need to tread lightly here.
I don't even know. He was like, "You know that?" Like I was like, "Somebody should tell them." And he was like, I was like, "Do you have a suggestion about it? You should let them know." He was like, "Actually, if you give Apple feedback, they do listen to it." I was like, "They're getting a strongly lettered email."
Was that an Apple store?
What?
Wait, oh, wait. Sorry. Somebody's knocking on my door. One moment,
Oh
please.
my God, it's definitely your super.
Anyway, resume.
We were
Um,
talking about. Wait, we were talking about something.
something about your phone still. I was asking if you were,
Oh, you said, did you go to the Apple store?
yes.
Yes. Fun fact, you can now. Like, I went to T-Mobile first, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Do you guys have any of the green iPhones?" And she was like, "No, but you can go to the Apple store and they can upgrade your phone there now." And I was like, "What?" Like
For,
they can do it through your provider, doesn't
oh,
change your bill, like nothing. And I'm like, this is when I was in the Apple store, I was like, this is genius because everybody's always getting a phone color that they don't want, or then they have to ship it to their house. And
yeah.
you're like picking based on like what they have in stock. And no one's coming here and buying the phone outright anyway. Everybody's adding it to their phone plan. And like whatever. And the guy's like, the very nice man at the Apple store, he was like, "Yeah, it's a game changer. And like we can actually tell you how to use the phone and like get you the right amount of storage and like all the things because we work at Apple." And I'm like, "Yeah." So
That for all providers or just for
yes, there
T-Mobile?
was a sign in the front and
Oh,
it said like T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, like you can all go there. So
nice.
PSA to anybody that needs a new phone, you can go to the Apple store and get your
Well,
phone now.
I don't want my phone to hear it talking about it,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I probably only have about like a year left on this one before I'm probably going to be looking for an upgrade.
Well, I had the 15, so.
This is the 13 Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh,
he did
see, yeah, you have three cameras and I only had
describe the
two.
Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, but on the Pro, but I only had two on my 15.
Yeah. And I got the Pro because of the third camera, thinking it was going to be worlds better, and it's really not much.
No.
End of the day, if I really cared about my picture quality so much, I'd be switching to a Google Pixel, but I'd be damned if I ever go to an Android. So, alas, I'll just have to deal with whatever the best quality is that Apple can get me.
And we will not be friends.
No, I know.
I
Sorry,
just don't
Maggie and others that
understand
block.
like how people even use like not iPhones. Like I would not know how to use a phone if I didn't have an iPhone.
To be fair, like it's gotten much better, the communication between them. Like, yes, they're still green bubbles, but they are now the RCS text. So they still do like now they do like dots and read receipts and stuff like between the phones. So it's like really not much different, but just on principle still, like I will not be going to a green bubble ever.
No, no, no. I don't think that I'm saying I don't think I would know how to use like the Google general.
Oh,
Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Apple makes it so simple.
Yeah.
Like my 80-year-old grandparents can use it.
Yeah. So anyway, my ridiculous thing, well, because it's been a while. So
It has.
3 weeks ago, I went to Colorado, right?
That
Was
was
it three
three.
weeks ago?
I don't
It
think so. I think
was
it was two.
one, two, it was 3 weekends ago. Yes.
Really?
Oh, so yeah, it was 2.5 weeks ago.
Wow. Okay.
I went to Colorado
Time is
and
flying, even though January was 3 years long.
right. I don't have to recap the whole trip. It was a great time. Obviously, we mentioned before I went away that it's my luck that the one year I decide I'm going to go to Colorado and like really immerse myself in like West Coast powder skiing. There is no powder. But there was snow. We made do. I had 3 great days of skiing, good opera. The town there was super cute. Flying was easy with all my shit. I was nervous about that because we went into like a local airport that like really only services the ski town. So like there was no issues. 10 out of 10 recommends. Can I just say though, the ridiculous thing that I needed to mention is that air travel, people are getting wild and out of control. And I'm not even talking about like the videos you see online that go viral about like unruly passengers. Like that's already been like talked about ad nauseum. I'm talking about just like people are finding it like people are getting way too comfortable being weird in public places. And I feel like air travel really brings those people out.
Yes.
Like, so when I was in on the way to Colorado, I was sitting next to Was it on the way? Maybe it was on the way home. There was two things that happened on the way home that I was like, what is going on here? Okay. The very first, I get to the airport to leave in Colorado. Now, this is a very tiny airport. It has like 3 gates, and you have to walk out onto the tarmac to like get on the plane. Like it's a local airport.
Crazy.
But
Okay.
but like got onto like a big United flight. Like it wasn't
Right.
like you're getting on like a jet, like a tiny little plane, but like,
Right.
like it's a tiny airport that, only one plane lands at a time. There's like 4 commercial flights a day kind of thing. Like, So
Got it.
anyway, so we get to the airport 2 hours early because, TSA guidelines and we're all checking our ski bags and whatnot. But of course, we're there 2 hours earlier than we need to be because we're the only flight leaving this airport. Okay. So we get there. We had to wait 20 minutes because the United desk to check our bags didn't turn their computers on yet. So now we're waiting 20 minutes for these people to boot up their computers to check our bags. Okay, they literally, we were there all holding our crap, and they come in strolling with their coffee cups like, morning, howdy everyone, just give it 20 minutes, I gotta boot up this whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
What computer takes 20 minutes to turn on?
Because I'm sure United uses computers from like the 60s at their desks. You think that they have modern equipment?
No.
Right? So that happened. We check the bags in. Then they're like, all right, find yourself your way to the, security gate. I walk over to the security gate. It's closed. The gates are closed. And they have a TSA pre-check and a TSA line. And I'm like, I feel like in a place this small, this is vastly unnecessary.
I flew out of
pre-check.
Atlantic City one time.
Yeah.
It was literally like the bachelorette party I was with. I think we were the only people in the TSA line at the time.
I'm like, I feel like this is vastly unnecessary to have 2 different lines. And again, to mention, we beat the TSA agents to the TSA gate. The place was closed. They had to open up like that trifold door, set up their
you guys are the only people to actually show up this early
and take the bins out of the closet. Okay. So obviously we get through security in 0.3 seconds once we get in. And then right through security is the gate. And we still had an hour before the flight took off. So now I'm like, I think it was like 8 a.m. I'm like, I could really probably use a good cup of coffee and some food. They have vending machines and one little cafe where like a muffin was like $7. Okay. The breakfast sandwich was like $16. I'm like, fuck you. All right. Like they know they have you. So they try to charge whatever they want. I'm like, I'm not doing it. So anyway, get on the plane. While I'm sitting waiting for my plane in this Hayden County regional airport, okay, I turn to my side and I see a man in a cowboy hat just gnawing on corn on the cob.
At 8 a.m.?
At 8 a.m.
In an airport? How did he get that through TSA?
Well, it's food. I mean, like, it's not, you could bring food through TSA. It's not liquid.
I guess.
But, like, in tinfoil, like, he must have prepared this corn with butter, brought it in his bag, and at 8:30 in the morning, he decided this is a perfect time to eat my corn on the cob. I took a picture. I couldn't believe it. Did I Snapchat it to you, right?
I think so, but I was funnier, like the whole story of it, though.
I couldn't even believe it. And so
I feel like by the time you sent this to me, it was the normal hour of the day, not 8 a.m.
Yeah, well, because then I probably didn't send it till I got off the plane. Oh, okay, it was at 10:45. Yeah. Wait, my flight wasn't that late. Maybe that was just when I saved it. Here he is. Look at his outfit. Okay. First and foremost. Just gnawing on that corn on the cob. Okay. Like unreal. And he finished the whole thing. Like you can't see because it's like too blurry through my computer screen. It's to the bone of the cob. Like
that's how my mom eats corn on the cob. She eats kernel by kernel.
I would too, but not in an airport.
She eats kernel by kernel, my mother, like a typewriter.
And that ain't breakfast. What are we doing?
That is weird breakfast. That's a weird breakfast.
You see in that picture, he was standing right at the front of the gate for like everyone to watch him. Like the screen's right behind him.
That's weird. That's just weird.
So that was the first weird thing, okay? Then I get on the plane. Then we get to Chicago. I decided to use my United Pass because we had like a 2 hour, 15-minute layover, which was a great decision. I had like 3 Cosmos. I had a full buffet. It was fantastic. I always love using my United Pass. Pet peeve though, my last year's United Passes expired a day before I was there. So I had to waste one of my new ones, and that pissed me off. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Then I get on my plane to go from Chicago to Newark. Okay. And we're like an hour on the tarmac because of some issues. First, like the jet bridge wasn't connecting. Oh no, well, that's once we land. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I get on the plane. I'm sitting on an aisle. I look to my right. There's a couple, an older couple, I would say probably in their 60s or 50s or 60s, Orthodox. Okay. So even before takeoff, the man takes out the biggest pastrami sandwich I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Which I'm not gonna lie, I was actually a little jealous. But this is before takeoff. So the flight attendant's coming back, like, sir, you have to put your tray up. Like, what do you like?
Right. Like everybody knows the rules.
Like you couldn't wait. So the guy was just like, okay. He puts away his pastrami sandwich. Then he takes out his laptop. Again, the guy comes by to do the safety check. He's like, sir, you have to stow large electronics and you have to put up your tray table. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Puts it away. But I'm just like, what are you not clocking? Again, is this your first day on Earth? Like, is this your first time ever on a plane? I don't understand. So then he gets up in the air. We're at 10,000 feet. You could do whatever you want to do. So he takes out his pastrami sandwich again. He eats it. Again, I was kind of looking at it a little jealous. Then all of a sudden, he takes out his computer and his iPad. So he's got his computer on the tray table and he's holding his iPad like this. Okay. They're clearly like going through like their bill remediation for the month together. Like I didn't want to stereotype, but like, is he an accountant? Maybe. Okay. Because they are usually in that business. So I didn't know what was going on, but then I see that on his iPad, plain as you can see, I wasn't being nosy. It was right in front of my face. He was in his Chase app, in his banking account, like going through each purchase, like remediating it with his wife. So then as he's sitting there, this is on a plane, as he's sitting there talking about each purchase on Chase, she whips out a calculator. And I'm not even talking a TI-84. I'm talking about the ones that like are solar powered, like the old ones that like clickety click. I am like,
as I look for my calculator on my desk because I'm like, I have one of those.
Who brings this on a plane? And now for a split second, I'm like, well, maybe like they are so traditional that, they're not allowed to use electronics. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No, he's on a laptop and an iPad at once. They clearly don't have that rule going. So is it that she just can't use something like that? I don't know. But she takes out the computer. She takes out the calculator and he's on the iPad going $6.29 Subway. And she's clicking in $6.29.
So now you know everything that they spent money on in the last month.
And I'm just like, where the fuck did this calculator come from? So I'm just like, what is wrong with people? Why can't you just be normal on planes? Like, everyone is around you just trying to get through their day. I don't understand. Finally, we land. And because we were an hour delayed, for some reason out of Chicago, we land like 45 minutes late. And so everybody at this point wants to just get up, which I understand. We originally, once we land at the tarmac, are like a good half hour and we're still not at the gate. And I'm like, I understand that was right after like the snowstorm, the first snowstorm. So so I was like, oh, the tarmac's probably like really icy, like they're de-icing or whatever they need to do. No, they come on the loudspeaker, the pilot, and is like, you people on the right side of the plane might have noticed emergency services. And of course I say out loud, I'm like, oh, fucking Christ. And like thinking like somebody had a medical emergency or something and we're delayed for some stupid reason. He goes, so we actually were transporting a falling member of the New York Police Department. And I'm like, now I just look like a dick. I'm like, so the pilot was like, the priest is on the tarmac and the family is collecting the remains and we'll get going in a moment. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm like, rest in peace, guy. Thank you for your service. Whatever. Okay. I'm groaning like an asshole. Then another half hour passes, and I go, there's no way it's taking this long for them to move a coffin off a plane. Like, what is going on? And then the guy gets back on the speaker, and he's like, sorry again, folks. So
Nowhere
apparently,
for us to go.
yeah, apparently the jet bridge is having mechanical issues, so they need to get a little car to come manually take the jet bridge to us, and they got mechanics working on it, and it might just be a little longer. I'm like, what else can go wrong here? So finally, we get off the plane. We land in Terminal A. I agreed before this flight started. I agreed with my steamboat roommate that we were going to Uber back home together because she lives actually at the Durick, like very close to me.
Okay.
Um, and by the time we meet each other at baggage claim, we're like, I don't even like know what just happened today. Like, what happened today? I can't. But luckily, our bags all made it home. There were no issues. But
It
what
was
is
an
it? And again,
experience.
people like just be normal. Just be normal. I can't believe we used almost the entire first segment just talking about our ridiculous things. But I mean, this is what happens when we don't record in a while. Like, I feel like everything just comes up word vomit. Um, all right,
Okay,
we got
so
3 minutes.
okay.
So let's get right into a debate we have to have. So we figured I saw a meme that said, would you rather have 100-degree heat or 10 degrees cold? I, of course, being a winter girly, of course, say 10 degrees cold. Jess, of course, thought 100-degree heat. Because she said, at least you can get a tan.
Yeah.
Superficial much? Um,
No.
My argument is always you can always layer and put clothes on, but if you're in 100-degree heat and you're sweating balls and you're naked, there's nothing you can do about that.
Okay, but your house has air conditioning.
I'm talking about like if you're out and about, like the whole point is like it was, it was a thing about like when you're a New Yorker and you're out in the cold and you're out in the hot, and it's like, what would you prefer? Like,
I feel like I can't move in layers, and like I know I rather be hot. Like I rather literally, but I'm not like a huge sweater, so that's
never
my thing
mind.
too.
Again, maybe I'm just thinking of it from like a city point of view, like the smell
Well, I
of
don't have a great sense of smell
a
either. So
100-degree day in New York City.
I mean, when I did
This
work on the Intrepid, yeah, the stench of the Hudson when it's that hot is rough. But I'd still choose summer heat. Think of all the things you're getting with the summer heat. You're getting extended daylight. You're getting tan. You can have a nice frozen cocktail and not be freezing your hands off. There's just much more beneficial things, I think, to the heat.
frozen cocktail melts in 10 seconds in 100-degree heat.
Not if you drink it in 10 seconds.
Okay, well, in the
I
winter,
don't know. You hate the heat and I love the heat. We've always disagreed on
the
it.
winter has cute, like sweatshirts, cozy sweaters, okay, cute boots, cute little hot drinks like hot cocoa and toddies and like
As she drinks her ShopRite brand tea,
fireplaces.
everybody.
Okay, but I could have made it a toddy if I wanted to.
Could have, but you didn't.
Wasn't in the mood to drink tonight. Don't pressure me. Either way, I guess this was a quicker debate because it's really just whatever you want. But if you're thinking just in general about like how much your life is suffering, like
Go upstairs. Okay. Does it sound like I'm done now?
yeah, heat bad. That's just my vote. So we're gonna be my vote. We're gonna need you to sound off in the comments of the 5 people that watch this. What do you think?
Heat.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Forever and
Whatever. Let's move on to music because we've had a lot of music happening lately.
oh,
We both were successful in the Harry Styles escapade.
yes, we were.
So that's good separately, of course. But we both were able to get from the pre-sale. His prices were crazy,
Oh, I got good price seats.
but like we're in the sky.
I'm not. I'm in the 200s.
I mean, that's like the sky at MSG.
Not really. They're decent seats.
All right, sure. Those seats should be like $50. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's a little dramatic. We're not in the 400s. The
Okay.
200s is the middle level of it's the majority of MSG.
Okay. Whatever. I just thought he was a little crazy with his pricing. Then my mom the previous week got Bruno Mars and his prices were pretty much about the same. He's at MetLife though. He's doing it at a stadium, which I was surprised. I told this story last podcast. We don't have to get back into it about how she thought that
It was at Emma Street. Yes.
it was out on the street. It wasn't. Okay. Then now I have this week Noah Khan. Okay. He just announced that he's going on tour and he's going to be at Citi Field in July. Okay. Now, this is my problem. I don't know a single other person that listens to him.
I don't know what's happening right now upstairs, but chaos is ensuing.
Oh, as long as they're not calling for you, I think you're good.
Keep going. Hurry up.
So I don't know a single person that also likes Noah Khan. Does your sister like him? I feel like maybe she would.
No, my cousin does, but I don't know.
need somebody to go with me to know.
Maybe this could be like your experiment for a concert alone, like you did David Wright's whatchamacallit alone. Retirement.
Game. Why not? I feel like concert's such like a social experience.
That's true.
But then again, it's like I'd probably rather go alone than with somebody like I don't usually hang out with kind of thing too.
Right.
So I don't know. So those prices, the pre-sale is like in a week from now. So I have about a week to try to find somebody to go with me. Otherwise, yeah, I might just be buying my own ticket and just going. So unless I could get somebody to become a fan within the next couple of months, because it's in July.
I'll be done in a few minutes.
But here's the thing about these concerts, all these concerts we just mentioned. When does it become the standard to sell out a concert before we have even heard any part of the new album?
I don't know. It's annoying.
Because what if it sucks? And then we bought all these tickets for hundreds of dollars, and that's all you want to play because that's what you're going on tour for.
The entire monopoly of Ticketmaster is just a scam.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the artists that are not doing anything to stop it and just allowing these tickets to be sold on third-party sites for astronomical prices. I'm over it. I'm just really over it.
Even not third party, Ticketmaster has that dynamic pricing.
Well, that too, yes.
Crazy.
It's
so
crazy.
Noah Khan actually, he is doing something that's a little different. I mean, he can't completely stop everything because there's certain states that so he made it in states that are possible. He is doing that. The tickets cannot be transferable. Mm-hmm. And they can only be resold on Ticketmaster for face value. It can't be sold anywhere else.
That's pretty good.
So that's like kind of cool. The only difference is like I said, there's some states like New York is a state where there's a law where you can't make tickets non-transferable. So like in those states, like they'll probably be put on third-party sites because like they could just be transferred. So like he's doing his best to like try and mitigate it a little bit, even though like you can't control it all. But like anybody could do that. So why isn't people like Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, like why aren't people doing that?
Well, my sister told me that Ed Sheeran like had when his tickets were like back on StubHub for like resales of thousands of dollars over what they should have been, he made Ticketmaster like redact the tickets from the email and like put them back up for sale on Ticketmaster. Like we need to do that.
But I think most artists just don't care. They got their monies either way and they don't care.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, yeah, I think that it should be standard again. But the fact that we're buying these tickets is just enabling it all. But right. I feel like you need to put out more than one song of your new album before I'm going to commit to a $300 ticket to hear it.
100% agree.
Like, sorry to say. So, I'm wondering how that's going to go. What else? Was that all I had about music?
I think that's all we had.
All right, so we could finally move on to the Mets because spring training is literally like around the corner. Don't pitchers and catchers report it, correct?
Did they? I don't know.
I don't know. I saw something on TikTok about the pitchers. Maybe they just went early, but pitchers and catchers report sometime within the next week or two, I feel.
Well, the Super Bowl this weekend, so.
Yeah. So, they finally did get some pitching. They finally did do some decent moves. They got the Freddie Peralta.
I still don't like David Stern stuff.
I think he made up for himself. And you know what? Like, after the grieving of losing our peeps, like, I'm now on board with, but they didn't win us anything. So, like, turn the page. Like, I'm on board with it.
I think I'm okay with everybody leaving other than Brandon Nimmo because he did not deserve to be done dirty like that.
Yeah,
He
true.
did nothing. He did nothing wrong. He came up in clutch situations. He had a great attitude. No
Yeah.
one hustled like that man when he walked.
And that was the dumbest trade. Like they traded him for somebody that I didn't think was worth that trade.
Right. But
Yeah.
otherwise, the other people walking, like I'm over Pete and
Mhm.
Diaz. McNeil, I didn't need him. I could have got
Oh my
rid
God,
of
I
him
completely
three
forgot
seasons
about
ago.
him. I totally forgot he even existed. Pete is Pete, Edwin's Edwin. By the way, all the announcements are being made now about the World Baseball Classic coming up. So Francisco Lindor is not doing it. Apparently, Puerto Rico's been having some issue with like insurance, like they won't insure the players.
I also saw that he was getting like some sort of rehab done on, or like a re-surgery, or an update surgery done on like his arm or something, or his
Lindor?
elbow. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But so he's not doing it. Edwin Diaz, now that you're on the Dodgers, I hope you jump up and down to celebrate and break both of your fucking Achilles. Okay? Thank you,
Aggressive.
asshole. And
I mean, you could like wish Tommy John surgery upon him. You didn't have to wish an Achilles.
double Achilles. And then who was the other person in the World Baseball Classic I was thinking of? Well, Juan Soto's gonna be in it too, I think, for Dominican Republic. And they all better be careful. I don't want to
I
go
know.
through
I
this
don't like
shit.
that they play it during like right before the season.
I know.
Silly.
I know. But I guess that's how like other sports feel about like Olympic stuff.
Right. Like, I mean, all these hockey players are about to go play the Olympics in the middle of
Yeah.
their season.
Also, speaking of the Olympics, poor Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw
Oh
your
my
story
God.
about that before.
This poor woman, she's 41 years old. She was having a killer comeback, like winning majority of her races, like so strong. And then of course the week before the Olympics, like gets a terrible crash and ruptured her ACL. And like my thing is, I understand like you want to keep practicing like their warm-ups to the Olympics, but she was already qualified at that point. I'm like, why would you race so close to the Olympics?
I don't know why people do half of the shit that they do, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, again, I guess it's just like you want to keep your training up and like it just gets you in the mindset of like competing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, but that's a shame. And she's saying that even with her ruptured ACL, she thinks she's gonna do the downhill race. She's on drugs. I
That's
mean,
also
she
crazy
definitely is
because,
on
like, I
drugs.
mean, it's just going to be like Shaun White 2.0 when he, like, shit the bed
Yeah,
last.
I mean, she'll probably end up in like 16th place. I think she's gonna pull out. I don't even think she's gonna really do. She already pulled out of one of her two events, so I don't think she's gonna do it. But for her to even say that she might is kind of crazy to me.
That is crazy.
But yeah, so that's the Olympics.
I am excited for the Winter Olympics, though. I like the Winter Olympics.
Yes,
I mean, I like the
Friday is the
Olympics in general.
opening ceremonies, and I'm gonna be in Lake Placid for the opening ceremonies. I mean, obviously it's in Italy, it's not there. But I'm saying
Yeah,
like
but
in
that's
the
so
Olympic
cool.
Village and stuff, they're probably gonna have like a lot of like cool events and stuff. So
Oh,
I'm excited.
well,
I'm gonna
that'll be
freeze my
fun.
tits off this weekend. It's Sunday is supposed to be a high of 0.
Oh, wait. When you're in Lake Placid,
Yes.
can you call me when you're like when you get your Christmas ornament? Because me and Alec went there for like one of our first trips together, and I always wanted an ornament from there, and we have yet to go back. So like, can you pick me up one?
Okay. I'm assuming there's plenty of gift shops to find them.
There is a Christmas. Yeah, you're literally going to be in a Hallmark movie. Highly recommend going to the movie theater. It's hilarious. They hand out colored tickets, and they're like, "You're in theater." It was 5 rows by 5 rows. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's the smallest movie theater ever. It's so cute.
I know the movies while I'm there, but
Well, I just feel like you should for the experience because it's hilarious.
I mean, I'm mostly gonna be skiing. I'm gonna have like one day to go around town.
This is true. Okay, okay.
But when I was in Colorado, the last day, I went to like 5 different stores looking for the perfect ornament, and I found one. And can I tell you, I unpacked it and I can't fucking find it anywhere.
Did it fall in? Is it in your roommate's? Like, did you ask her if she has it?
I will have to ask her. That's a
All
good
right.
point.
I have to go because my kids are crying.
That's okay. I think we've talked about all our topics, and this is a pretty lengthy episode for us as of late.
We
So,
did. So, all right. Thanks for being our friends, pals. We'll see you later.
all right, bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.